is promising that the American peoples will get more answers on the assassination attempt against then-candidate Trump at Butler, Pennsylvania, last summer.
Gosh, takes you back, right?
It
Alex
does.
Hoff is live at the White House with more on Kash Patel's push for transparency. Hey, Alex.
Hey, good to be with you this morning. Yeah, the fact remains that many Americans feel like they simply do not know that much about the Butler shooter, Thomas Crooks. And Director Patel, he says that he seeks to remedy that with full transparency, but acknowledged to Brett last night that there may not be much more to know.
They're going to know everything we know. And that's the other thing we did. We take assassination attempts, and especially of the President of the United States, extremely seriously. And we don't feel that the American people have been given the information they need on that. And we're digging through the files, and we're getting them a more robust picture of what happened and whether or not there were any connections.
Now, Director Patel dismissed theories that have circulated online like campaign sabotage or foreign interference, saying in those realms people are looking for things where they don't exist. Now, a serious concern is the impression that former FBI Director James Comey's notorious 8647 post has left. Director Patel is furious about that. Comey said he didn't know it could be seen as a threat to the president, but now the department has to make sure that imitation posts are not.
Do you know how many copycats we've had to investigate as a result of that beachside venture from the former director? Do you know how many agents I've had to take offline from chasing down child sex predators, fentanyl traffickers, terrorists, because everywhere across this country, people are popping up on social media and think that a threat to the life of the President of the United States is a joke?
Potential legal action against Comey is still uncertain. I'll send it back to you.
Wow. That's incredible news. Thank you so much. So he's pulling people that are tracking down terrorists and drug traffickers and child sex predators, taking them off those cases so they can go investigate shells on the beach, because they're these copycats after James Comey, who was fired by President Trump in May of 2017. He sees those shells. He posts that on social media, thinks it's funny, thinks it's innocent, he said. He was the former FBI director, and he thinks that he didn't think that was a threat.
Well, and there's also bipartisan condemnation of James Comey. Democrats don't like him, and Republicans definitely don't like him. And it's this universal opinion that he's a dirty cop. And he does things that are politically motivated. And the explanation that he gave about the shells just don't pass the smell test. That he was talking to his wife, and they were on the stroll, and it's like, oh, we'll just take a picture of this. It just doesn't make any sense.
He's trying to sell his book. The one thing the one person who loves James Comey. Yeah. This guy is so in love with himself, he can't get enough of himself. And he says that Kash Patel, he goes, I almost feel bad for him. He's got the job. He was chasing down for so long. He does not know how to run this organization. He has no idea how to head this organization. And then Kash Patel laughed at that prospect. He's moving the organization. He's changing their focus. He's moving him out of D.C. He's putting him into the bureaus. And he was struck by how many people came up to him saying that they want to reform it.
He was a critic of the FBI during Russiagate. And then Donald Trump appoints him to be the FBI director, Kash Patel. And he said, I think one of the things that surprised me the most, and pleasantly so, was the amount of men and women at the FBI that hated that they did this to the Bureau. And that when I got in the seat, when Dan Bongino got in the seat, they said, we want to fix this place.